Greetings, gentle viewers!
And howdy howdy!
Now that we've met Hiroko Hagakure, a person of indeterminate age and indeterminate relationship to Yasuhiro,
I don't want to talk about it.
I guess it's time to move on to see what we're gonna be doing next. The plot is thickening quite legitimately. I don't mean that in a silly or sarcastic way.
And speaking of thickening plots, we're the Bittersweet Gamers.
I said I wasn't being sarcastic! I'm the opinionator!
And I'm We Squared.
Alright, Shirokuma, let's see it. Is the shoe gonna drop? Is the bear going to turn?
So, everyone here is so nice, there's nothing to worry about, right?
I wouldn't really phrase it that way, but that doesn't mean you need to be criticized over anything.
Right?
If these irritating cowards are nice people, this world must not be made up of bad people.
I understand why you're irritated and find them irritating and call them cowards, but what on earth are they supposed to do? They're trapped in here by an army of children, some of which are surely their own, and murderous robots. The only reason they're still alive is because of a helpful murderous robot.
A not so murderous robot.
They can't do anything. They're not gonna be in a good place. So you should just let them, as long as you're not going crazy and starting riots.
Right.
Then just accept it and leave them alone while you're here.
And that stranger danger warning would no longer be needed.
Wow, such an amazing world. That's the epitome of my ideal.
I was being sarcastic.
Well then, it's about time we went back to the important stuff. This place is used as a conference room, so let's talk inside. Here, come in. Huh? He's not here. He's usually here, though.
He?
Who's not here? The leader of the Resistance. I wanted to introduce you guys to him.
Perhaps Kurokuma is the leader of the Resistance.
What?
Can you wait here a little while? I'm sure he'll be back soon.
And then he's going to walk off screen, and Kurokuma's going to show up soon.
Uh-huh!
Leader? He's probably some old geezer who thinks he can run the show. I won't hold my breath.
I seem to recall in the last episode, I speculated that in order to be a parallel to Toko, Shirokuma and this Kurokuma might be one and the same. But that's literally speculation. I have nothing to base that on.
Yeah.
What kind of leader would a pitiful place like this even have? Definitely a useless old man. If he really is a superior man, he would be in a superior organization. Just like Master.
Every time she starts going on like this, I just hear wah 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 and just pay no attention to it.
And you shouldn't have high expectations either, Omaru.
Expectations? What kind of expectations?
Yes?
I like how they are still sorting their garbage, even now.
Well, look, this was probably in place before the apocalypse. Come on.
It's important to maintain cultural standards?
It kind of is, don't you think?
Huh. Oh my god, it increases the camera speed? Ah, this must be what we were looking for. Shirokuma brought in 3 new people. I feel happy, but at the same time scared. I wonder how many adults are killed above ground. How many of them got saved? How many bodies are just lying there? Thanks to the newbies screaming, sleepless nights continue. From what I can tell, in his dream, his friend gets killed by kids and he screams out. I can kind of understand how he feels. I can't blame him. The newbie finally broke. Even though he's a grown adult, he ended up acting like a newborn baby.
Not everyone can deal with this kind of pressure, you know?
He lost against his nightmares, to the kids. Looking at the scenery forces me to realize that even though I'm here, I couldn't run. Every time a newbie is brought in, my despair increases. I can't even run. I can't forget. The children will kill us all.
This is pretty intense.
Yeah, it's kind of the atmosphere of the game.
Just reading it makes me dizzy.
These little moments where you find
A shred of someone else's story who's
Yeah.
gone through this.
these little notes about other people's experiences, that probably has a lot to do with why my sympathy for the Warriors of Hope isn't very high. Because I see all of these people talking about their loved ones and their family and their friends, all dying brutally, and how much horror and fear they feel. And there's so many of them. What did that notebook just say? Go count all the bodies. Don't they matter too? If they didn't matter, why is it that about half of all the collectibles we find in this game, these snippets of stories of utter despair,
Yeah.
especially the one about the young couple being killed by their own daughter, I think it was.
Yeah.
The stark reality of that horror makes a much greater impression on me than anything else in this game. Oh, joy.
Everyone is dead. Everyone got killed. The sound of the chanting, the screaming like dogs being choked,
Oh my god.
never leaves my ears. Everyone got killed. Everyone got killed! Devils. They're devils in the bodies of children. Damn devils! 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 I want to grind down your organs, your heart, liver, your kidneys, everything into dust.
And why did this start?
I want to throw you all into a blender and turn you all to sloshy livestock feed. I want to stab your eyeballs with a pencil until I can write with your blood. I want to boil you alive in a pressure cooker until your screams stop. I want to squeeze your little bodies until blood leaks from every pore on your skin. Oh my god! I want to slash open the wombs of the mothers that birthed you and stuff you back in. I wonder if that's the newbie.
The writing's really sloppy after this. I can't read it.
I think that may have been the newbie.
That's quite a poetic style they have there.
Is that an overreaction? Is it? Is that an overreaction? What is it an overreaction to? How many people live in the city? How many people live in the world? Somebody gets to throw a fit because they were sad, even if they have the most tragic story of anybody in the entire universe. That doesn't justify doing this to people. And if this game didn't want you to think that, they wouldn't give you all these notes.
Yeah. List of victims. Names of the dead are listed here. List of missing.
You understand what this is, right? This means that at some point, what survivors there are gathered here, however many of them there are, started trying to put together this stuff.
As a record.
Yeah, as a record. Like, maybe it might actually help them find somebody, but more likely it's just...
A way of mourning.
Yeah, I was going to express it in a bit more poetic way than like the very quiet, super flat way you did it, but
Well,
yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm not hoity-toity enough for you.
But yeah, it's a way to try and connect the previous world to the current world, a way to mourn, a way to not give up what was lost instead of descending into barbarism.
Yeah. Names of the missing are listed here.
The victims and the missing are divided into two lists. They're both pretty long.
Probably everybody here just remembering everyone they can.
It's not even murder at this point. This is war.
Yeah, this is beyond murder.
The kids call it revolution.
Yeah, I bet they do.
That's just semantics.
Yeah.
Exactly. Call it whatever name you please. In the end, there's still a mountain of bodies.
Just always comes back to that mountain of bodies, doesn't it?
But by calling it a revolution, they justify it in their minds and become even more brutal.
Well said. Furthermore, by its very definition, their revolution is only temporary.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're going to die as children, not become filthy demons, right? Their goal is to kill everyone and to then die themselves.
Yeah!
By how you're talking, you seem to know these brats pretty well.
You're talking about the Warriors of Hope who lead the Monokuma kids, right? From what I know, they were apparently students of an elementary school affiliated with Hope's Peak.
Yeah, we pieced that together with all the little ultimates.
Hope's Peak Academy? Why would that name come up now?
Oh, Toko, you can't honestly be surprised, can you?
What about it? Did something happen before?
Not just something. But forget about it for now. It's a very long story.
Go play the other games if you would like more information, please.
But more on the subject. I never expected the academy to also have an elementary.
They're not technically affiliated. Attending Hope's Peak Academy still requires being scouted. But the elementary was still prestigious. Many Hope's Peak Academy students came from there. The elementary studied the talents of children. Only child prodigies could attend.
And how exactly are they prodigies? They're just a bunch of mental brats.
I guess that just shows that having a great mind does not always make a great person or child.
What? You mean having an ultimate talent doesn't automatically make you a valuable, decent, respectable person? Who'd have thunk?
I really, really like Shirokuma. I am going to cry if he's not for real.
A child's talent can easily be corrupted into something evil. Those 5 are the worst example.
Okay, so just to keep track of all the promises that I've made so far during this, if the Towa group isn't related to the construction of the Monokumas in some way, I have to eat a sock. And if Shirokuma is not on the up and up, if this is not really who Shirokuma is, and he is lying or faking or something, then I have to weep. Okay, these are the promises I have made. Eat socks and weep.
Okay.
Actually, the Warriors of Hope were all in the classroom with the trouble children.
Troublemakers, huh? Just as I thought. They were all deviants from the start.
It might be more accurate to say that they own talent not even the teachers could control.
I don't know about phrasing it that way.
Right?
Also, it seems as though the teachers, if these are all amazing child prodigies, and the troublemakers among them were collected together to be put into a class so that they could be given more proper attention, well, that was a complete and utter failure on the teacher's part, wasn't it?
Oh, Damon, the list of failures of Hope's Peak Academy stretch on into the horizon. This is but one of many.
And what makes it more horrifying is that they're still kids. They kill without guilt or mercy.
Mm-hmm.
You remember what you were like when you were children? How many cruel things you did?
Don't ask Toko that question.
Don't ask me that question. I've done some awful things.
Yeah, same here.
Insane because they're too pure. Uncontrollable because they're too innocent. Children with more potential than adults, with such cruel natures. How horrifying it would be if they were truly out of control. Towa City is an example of that.
The social scientist Hannah Arendt, I believe she said something once like, every generation barbarians invade civilization and it is up to the parents to civilize those barbarians.
Yeah.
Yeah, you find plenty of sweet kids who then turn and do something horrible. Does anybody remember... I can't remember what LP I said it in, but does anybody remember pretty cruel things I did as a kid? Now, I felt terrible about it, would never do it again, was also punished horribly as I deserved to be. But what if there was nobody to do that punishing, and what if they didn't?
Yeah. What if you didn't have any parents that cared enough or were capable enough to punish you for the bad things you did.
What's that, Billy's dark past?
You kind of grow up to be a twisted person.
I'm not saying kids are evil, okay? But I'm just saying that there's a level of danger.
Yeah.
You think it's fun to threaten us?
It's not like that. I'm just trying to tell you to be careful.
That's none of your business.
Oh!
Yo, Shirakuma! I heard you were looking for me.
Haiji!
I heard you went outside again without my permission. Didn't I tell you it's dangerous? So, 2 more newcomers? Name's Haiji Towa. I'm the leader of the resistance here.
I see.
What a surprise. He's pretty handsome. I'm Toko Fukawa. I hope we get along well.
Yes, hello person whose last name is Towa.
I sure hope that he's outside of the age range for Jill.
I don't know, the way she's acting.
I have to admit I'm quite glad that it's not Kudokuma. That would
be kind of dumb.
Yeah.
I'm Kamaru Naegi.
So, a girl who's filthy and a girl who's clean. Which one do you prefer?
Shut up!
If your last name is Towa, does that mean that you're...
Yeah, I'm from the Towa family.
However, based on his appearance, he does not seem like the kind of person who's interested in the family business.
Haiji's father is a chairman of Towa Group.
Then you're a son of a distinguished family? And the Towa group, too. You must be very...
So she's comparing him to Byakuya.
Of course she is.
I'm getting a little hot from all this excitement. I don't mind if you help me cool.
Got it. Leave it to my special cooling device.
Excellent! Good job, Shirokuma!
Like an air conditioning vent extends.
I didn't ask you!
Well, I'll tell you right now, I don't have status or money or anything. Those kids took it. Thanks to them, I lost everything. Towa Group. And even the whole damn Towa City.
Isn't Haiji, as well as Hiroko, the first adults we've seen in Danganronpa?
I assume Hiroko is an adult, but the way she acts, and she's actually kind of about the same height as Komaru, so I'm not 100% sure.
I don't know, Okay, indeterminate age, fair enough. But what I'm saying...
But yes.
There haven't been any until now, and so now we are actually getting to see a less hyper-youth-centric part of the world.
Right.
That's very interesting.
By the way, do you happen to know who's leading the children?
Yeah, my little sister.
Who knows?
Okay.
Then, do you maybe know why Towa City became a target?
That who knows doesn't rule it out.
I know.
Maybe it's more of a, I don't really want to talk about this.
Yeah.
Sorry, but I don't really know much about Towa's situation.
Or this.
Didn't really do anything there. And the one who would have all the answers, my dad, he's been missing since the riots.
Missing.
I don't think things are looking that well for him.
I don't think Haiji thinks they are either.
I'm the same. I don't know where my parents are either.
Also, Haiji? What a weird name! Like, how is it written?
So I want to go home no matter what. Please, tell me how to get out of this city.
Well, first we gotta get that wristband off you.
Well, if there is a way to escape, I'd love to know.
Does he have a wristband too, I wonder?
He's got a cast.
Huh?
All the roads that connect to the outside are blocked completely. And it wouldn't matter anyway. That wristband. Those kids put it on you, right?
He has a cast on his right hand, but isn't the wristband on the left? I could be wrong.
Is it? I don't remember where it was on Yuta.
I know it will explode if I try to leave, but does anyone know how to take it off or something? No?
I want to help, but I'm sorry. It's just not possible.
I just feel suspicious that he has a cast. It must be hiding something.
However, no need to get too down about that. At least this place is safe. Those brats don't even know this place exists.
For now.
You're telling us just to hide here?
It's not like you can escape anyway. Staying put and keeping quiet is the best move right now.
Okay, so I understand why Nagito told Komaru you must not let them know about this hacking gun.
Mhm.
And I understand why you would not go out there and tell those people about the hacking gun.
Mhm.
That's only going to cause trouble.
Right.
But maybe she should tell Haiji about this hacking gun.
Yeah, I agree.
You're right. At least as long as I'm here, there's no need to
Is
worry.
she about to tell him about the hacking gun?
Why don't you fight?
Hmm?
Isn't this a resistance? An organization created to fight these little brats, right?
They can't do anything! Now, maybe they'll be able to do something in the future. But going out
Engaging in fisticuffs with the Motokumas.
and having a glorious charge full of pride and honor to show their determination where they all get wiped out and then they all die isn't going to help. But what if they could hang on for like a year, 2 years, and the situation changes?
If they could meet up with the Future Foundation, they might be able to organize something a bit more
Maybe
useful.
so. That's what I'm getting at. If they can't do anything, then they need to live.
Mhm.
Their fortunes will not always be this.
Yeah.
Then why don't you just fight?
In fact, at a bare minimum, 6, 7 years, and everyone has died? All the kids will
Huh.
have had to have died before they became smelly adults or something?
Assuming that they actually follow through.
Well,
on that.
yes, of course.
Yes,
I'm
I
just
understand.
saying,
That makes sense.
like, theoretically, there may be a light at the end of the tunnel. They just need to hang on, not die for no reason.
Sacrificing yourself nobly only works if it solves the problem.
Or has a chance to solve the problem.
Fight? That'd be suicide. We have no guns. See this arm?
Your arm. Did a Monokuma do it?
No, it's a sweet Gatling gun arm. Pulls off the bandages.
Yeah. Got crushed.
Oh.
Crumbled up like paper. The whole thing only took a split second. And those brats were laughing. Like it was fun to them. While I was screaming, bleeding. They're not kids. Not anymore. They're devils.
Maybe that was his notebook.
Maybe.
Devils.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the bright side is, even my nerve endings were crushed, so I don't even feel the pain. Of course, that just means it'll never fully heal.
So basically, your will got shattered along with that arm of yours, right?
Huh?
No, he didn't say that.
And that's why you're sitting here, moping and pitying yourself, right?
You brought that up, not him.
What the? You sure got harsh.
That nice girl act was just for your benefit. I got information now, using my womanly charm.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Huh? An act?
Of course. I belong to Master Byakuya only.
She had to convince herself of that after she decided that she didn't like him.
There's no way I'd give my heart to some mole of a man, hiding underground like a coward.
It's not like I'm going to hide forever. I'm just waiting for the right opportunity to strike.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, it sounds like he's being desperate when he says that, and maybe
Well,
kind
that
of
face isn't helping.
and like deluding himself, and maybe that's even true. But circumstances may eventually change.
Yeah.
But then again, maybe he's actually the reason this place is so bad. I mean, we don't know.
Excuses. Save him for your psychiatrist.
But the thing is he doesn't have a hacking gun, and he's not a super-powered serial killer capable of using 2 scissors to destroy endless hordes of Monokumas. What? If they had a means of fighting back, then they would, but what do you expect them to do without it?
Right.
What's the point of fighting back knowing that you die? It's all for nothing if you're dead.
the way you are now, you might as well be.
Toko, that's too far!
I'm saying it to you too.
Huh?
I don't think that's fair. Komaru hasn't shown any signs of her will faltering since she's come here, right?
Yeah, she has.
Oh, has she?
No, I mean, I get what Toko's saying. I think she's just being unreasonably harsh.
Weren't you going to fight against those brats? What are you doing sympathizing with these people? Yeah, okay. Maybe you are just an average, common, ordinary character with no special talents. A drab girl who lacks presence and charm with no athletic or intellectual skills.
Also, your boobs are small.
But what's wrong with that? Someone who just keeps making excuses and doesn't even try to fight back? You're worse than dead. Totally worthless.
Why are you being so cruel?
Well, Toko has just been really mean ever since she got here, but you know, maybe she's doing something.
Trying to shake them out?
Provoke them.
Yeah.
Kind of relight the fire. Coddling isn't going to help anybody. She's never coddled Komaru. Why would she coddle anybody else?
That's true.
That could be it.
She's seen this before, and she's trying to do what Makoto did. Rile them up, give them some confidence maybe. Just, she's Toko, so she's very blunt.
Hey now, I'm sure Toko didn't mean it like that.
Oh, yes I did.
Besides, Toko could straight up just become the hero of this place. All she has to do is walk outside, go find some Kuma robots, cut them up, bring them back.
Just looking at you frustrates me.
Yeah, okay.
There we go.
Remind me of myself in the past.
That's why she's so upset about everything, because she's beating up her past self. She knows what's wrong with her past self more than anybody else, and if there's anybody she'll never hold back on, it's who she used to be.
No matter how much pain or despair you feel, nothing will change if you keep denying it.
Bless you, Toko! Oh, my love!
Hey, keep your hands off my stab waifu, or I'll stab you, foo!
So why don't you just try to change it yourself? No matter how scary the situation was, he faced it head on and moved forward.
She's not talking about Byakuya!
Thanks to that, I'm alive today.
I mean, Byakuya did that too, but that's not who she was talking about.
Exactly.
What are you talking
Maybe
about?
this is why she's never mentioned Makoto before, because she's waiting to be able to be like, boom!
Yeah!
Rushing forward at full speed with no hope of success isn't courage. It's stupidity.
True.
Who's stupid?
Well, do you have a plan?
At least they can fight.
That's true.
They've already taken out one of the Warriors of Hope.
Yeah!
Do you know of some way to get out of here? Do you know how to remove a wristband?
Also, wouldn't the hacking gun maybe be effective against a wristband if you only had the right truth bullet? Maybe,
I guess that makes sense.
maybe you shoot it and it explodes, but maybe you could find out.
You know a random thought I had that I just never really found a good time to bring up?
Oh no!
In Danganronpa, if we learn of the ultimate hacker, Beshiki Madara, I wonder if he's the one who created the hacking gun.
Huh.
Just a random tidbit.
Yeah, of course. I'm sure Future Foundation technology can get it off easily.
Well, they haven't shown up in a while, so...
Huh?
I was just saying. It's not like we can contact Future Foundation anyway.
Wait, hold on. What did you just say about Future Foundation? Don't tell me you're just gonna leave it up to those guys.
What's your problem with them? I mean, in Danganronpa 2, our heroes were not exactly so happy about them, and in fact, we spent about 2 games beating up the Future Foundation too. But I'd like to hear something concrete now that we're not talking about mythical outside worlds.
Right, now that we're actually in the mythical outside world.
What do you mean?
Toko is a member of Future Foundation.
Just an intern.
What? What did you say?
Haiji?
If that's the case, then I'm sorry, but get the fuck out of here. I refuse to cooperate with you.
Hey!
Well, she didn't want to hang around here with all you losers anyway.
Man, some lies sure would have been helpful.
What happened? Why did he get angry all of a sudden?
Well, if he knew they could actually fight the Monokuma robots and the Warriors of Hope, I'm sure he'd cool down a little bit.
Let's go.
Ha! Not even trying to defend them, are you, Toko?
Huh? But,
He told us to get out. We can't stay here.
you're right, but...
Staying here is a dead end.
Yeah. On we go.
I have to say, the story is way more interesting.
Is that?
Not only than I was expecting, it's like actually good. I was expecting it to be bare bones.
Right,
but this
same
is
here.
Quite interesting. I am really enjoying this. Maybe it's because, I jokingly came into it with expectations of hating on it, but this is a really solid game.
I agree.
The gameplay isn't irritating and is fun enough.
Yeah.
But everything else is really going great. So here's hoping that this keeps it up.
Yeah. Wow.
Someone help! That's my wife!
Okay, before we go into this, I have one more really nice thing to say.
You're ruining the tension.
I know, I'm sorry, but I have to. To everybody out there, and there has been a lot of you who have been like, you must play Ultra Despair Girls before Danganronpa 3. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
seriously.
you so much for never letting up on that.
Please, calm down.
I can't just stay calm looking at this!
Are they broadcasting something to try and lure them out?
This is a trap. They're just trying to flush us out. Why fall for their cheap tricks?
Yeah, Adult G. You tell them.
Did something happen?
This reminds me of sieges in the ancient world. I was there to see them, by the way. In the ancient world, sieges were horrible, inhuman, horrible affairs. You would get things like, and yeah, this happened in Lord of the Rings. Okay, but it's also realistic. Like the Mongols did this. You would get besieging armies using catapults to launch severed heads or other body parts into the cities.
Right.
What you're constantly trying to do is just make them break
Demoralize them.
down. Yeah. So maybe this is trying to flush them out. Maybe it's not. But it is intended to make them feel horrible. It's like trolling with the intent to kill. If you succeed in killing them, great. If not, you did troll them.
Yeah.
It might be better if you guys didn't look.
No, you look. You look.
Yeah.
Huh? Why?
Just because the adults managed to make their way here, it doesn't mean they're safe.
Well, yeah, we can tell.
As long as we're helpless against the children, there will be no future for the adults here. But there's no need for you guys to worry about that. I'm sure you're already troubled enough.
Then I won't think about it. Who won't do any good anyway.
And sorry about earlier. I never thought Haiji would react like that.
It seems as if he hates Future Foundation.
Who cares? I'm not interested in those who are beneath me.
Very Byakuya thing to say.
Anyway, the exit's over there, right?
Huh? Leaving already? You should at least stay the night.
If I had to spend a night in this dump, I would rather leap into the arms of a Monokuma.
It is true that they haven't exactly gotten any rest, though.
Yeah, how much time has passed since this whole thing started anyway?
Aren't you being a bit too dramatic?
They're probably planning to attack us while we sleep. Or take funny pictures of our sleepy faces.
Okay, the second one is fine. The first one's probably not. But if they want to take pictures and get mad, it's okay. But if you just stay to yourself and don't provoke anybody and then leave, it should be okay.
Oh no! A sleeping face shot would be bad.
I said it's okay!
But it's already nighttime. And underground, it's going to be even darker.
Huh? Dark already? I guess I've got no choice. If you insist. Just for one night.
See, this place is a private room. It's usually used for the injured and sick.
Did this used to be a prison?
This does not look pleasant. It is keeping up the atmosphere.
Private room? No matter what you call it, this is a prison cell.
Exactly.
No, it's not. It just looks like one, but it's not.
Sure hope that nobody locks them in.
Right?
Well, this is the only place there is, so we got no choice.
About what you mentioned before, are you really a member of Future Foundation, Toko?
So what if I am?
And if you make contact with them, they will come and save us?
Maybe they're kind of trying already?
Well, yeah, but reaching them is the problem.
It's true that it will be difficult, but it's not impossible. I'd like you to have this.
Is it another truth bullet? Oh, a briefcase laptop!
This is... It's the newest wireless device Togami Group developed. It can send audio and video.
And it looks quite sturdy for field operations.
It wasn't available to the public, but groups like the police and Future Foundation use it.
So why do you have one?
So, if we use this, we can call Future Foundation?
You know, it probably is just something that either the Towa group like Haiji had, or
good point.
maybe they really did just scavenge one somewhere.
Fair point.
Really? We can't?
I mean, we did see a lot of Future Foundation members get killed.
No, it's not that easy. Because of the jamming.
So we have to find a spot where we
Right.
can get a signal.
And that is going to be our next task.
Jamming? Like raspberry?
No,
Only one man would dare give me the raspberry. Lone Star!
what? Is that one of your 1930s references again?
It was Spaceballs, you Philistine!
He means radio interference.
Thanks to the signal jamming everywhere in Towa, this device can't be used in town.
Well, then it doesn't help, right? We can't leave. We've already...
Well, Toko can.
Oh, that's a good point.
Then why give it to us? You want us to throw it away for you or something?
No, it's not that.
I mean, they could get to the edge of town, Toko could step outside and then use it.
The jamming radio waves are emitted from a huge building called Towa Hills. If you send a signal from a higher spot, you should be able to avoid the jamming.
So we need to find a very tall building.
And of all the buildings in this city, there's one that just might work. And it's not far.
How convenient.
A skyscraper called Towa Tower.
Whoever designed this building needs to be found and shot. So I guess I'm glad that it's here.
It's a huge tower, a landmark of Towa City.
And it's hideous.
Yeah!
That building is taller than Towa Hills, so you should be able to send a signal from there.
I mean, there's no way there's a stairwell in there. It would have to be in the direct center of the building.
Then, if we go there, we can call Future Foundation?
If you already knew about this, why didn't you just use other adults? Why us?
Because you can defend yourself.
It's impossible for anyone here. Monokumas are patrolling outside, after all. But I've seen you two fight. You can beat those Monokumas and make it to the tower.
But that mole man said he didn't want to rely on Future Foundation.
Well, so?
I'm sure he'll understand. If Future Foundation comes, his people will be saved as well. Of course, I won't force you. No doubt about it. This will be a dangerous mission. I wish I could do it myself. To tell you the truth, I'm jealous of you two. I wish I had the power to protect people.
You kind of do, but you choose not to for your ideals.
Well, it doesn't stop him from acting, though,
That's
either.
true. I wasn't trying to say anything negative.
Again, if Shirokuma is who he seems to be, he's a really impressive person. Or robot bear.
Oh, whatever.
Hey, Toko?
I know. You want me to decide, right?
Also, it's very possible that without those ideals of his as a source of his strength, he might not have the fortitude to do the things that he does.
Yeah.
Well, it's been decided. Even if a competent adult were to go, it'd be too dangerous.
I want to go.
Ha! She decided for herself.
Good job.
What?
I know it's dangerous, but we found a way to survive up until now. So, I want to keep trying. Keep going forward.
I understand how you feel, but maybe you should think this over.
What happened, Toko? Earlier you were telling me to stop hiding and fight back.
No, it's just... Well, I guess it's better than just rotting away here, when I think of it that way.
Then, we are going?
For now, we'll check it out. We'll see about contacting Future Foundation when we're there.
Looks like you made your decision. Thank you so much. I'm grateful for your courage. Well, make sure you get plenty of rest today so you're prepared for tomorrow.
Thank you. I'm finally starting to see some hope. Thanks to you, Shirakuma.
I sure hope nothing happens overnight.
Oh!
Shirakuma, thank you so much.
Oh, good for you. A tight and bouncy hug from a high school girl is priceless. So cold, Master Byakuya.
It's morning.
That was a weird wake-up tone.
Yeah, sure is.
It's like a dissonant parody of the Dragon Quest end theme.
Oh!
Of course, there's no real way to tell underground.
But still, I feel refreshed. I was able to get a really good night's sleep.
Stop rubbing it in my face.
You're the only one who slept well. How can you just fall asleep so fast like that?
Please tell me to. I'd love to know.
Okay then. Now I'll tell you how to get to Towa Tower.
Just go the other direction when you go down the ladder.
After you climb the ladder, go the opposite way you came from. That will take you above ground.
Thank you.
A little bit past that, there will be a river. Follow the river, and you'll find the tower.
Don't worry, there's only one way to go because of game design.
What?
Doesn't sound like it's too far away.
The problem isn't the distance. It's the Monokumas between here and there.
And in all seriousness, if we don't find more kids passing out bullets, that will actually be pretty tough.
Well, it's gonna be all right. I'm sure of it.
Why do you say that? You have no reason to think that whatsoever.
You're the reason, Toko.
Aww.
You might be worried for whatever reason, but with you around, there's no need to worry.
Yeah, I could just switch to Jill whenever and just wipe out any Monokumas I can't shoot down.
What? That doesn't even make sense.
Just leave it to us. We'll definitely get a message off to Future Foundation.
Toko's first and probably only actual friend.
Yeah, good for her.
You two be careful. Have a safe trip.
Toko goes first.
Of course. Huh, this is going way too well. Not that I'm complaining, I guess.
Didn't you just climb down that ladder?
Don't worry about this.
He said to go the opposite way from where we came.
Thank you, GPS. Global positioning serial killer.
If you are not careful with my little sister's sixth sense, the world may end, so we must be very cautious in how we treat her. That is
good.
the dumbest name that I have ever heard. Wataruko Tsumichi, the meaning of my life, the guidepost of my life, the world itself in my eyes. If it's for the sake of Wataruko, I don't even mind sacrificing my own life. And that's what I believed until yesterday. When I woke up that morning, Wataruko was roaming through the house, bending all the spoons. But can she bend the very fate of the world? The world's best sci-fi love comedy, first volume.
She'll send you to the cornfield if you're not careful. This is it? This is number one?
What do you mean number one? Number one most hated thing of Toko?
This is not funny at all.
Of all the books in the world, this refuse known as light novels is my number one most hated thing. David totally called it. No, I take it back. Light novels shouldn't even be counted as books. They're literally waste paper.
Every one that I've read, I've really enjoyed. But I am extremely selective about which ones I read.
I don't care about your opinions.
Okay, fine then!
No, not even. I wouldn't wipe my ass with this. Light novels are the worst waste of paper ever.
Well, I obviously don't read them either, but surely some of them aren't so bad. They say that tastes grow over time, so maybe if you give it another shot...
Don't mess with me!
You could pay me to give light novels another shot.
That's a pretty thorough hatred you have there. Almost like you're trolling a massive fan base that currently has humongous influence over the currently existing Japanese media industry.
You said you don't read them either, right? That makes me think that maybe, for the first time, I can see you as a human being.
Komaru, take your win and run. What did you see me as before?
And?
So, what kind of literature do you fancy? Postmodernism?
No.
Romanticism?
No.
You better not tell me you like Victorian novels with a straight face.
I mean, maybe like one or two, but not for the Victorian aspects. Oh, sorry. She didn't want to hear my tastes. I don't really know how it's classified. I'm really just into manga.
Manga? That's not literature. It's not even a novel.
Well, it's a graphic novel, and there's tons of different kinds. You should try reading one.
Collaborations from failed storyboard artists and English major dropouts? No thanks.
That's extremely harsh.
Manga's a waste of resources too, just like light novels. Maybe worse.
Hey, you can make fun of me all you want, but if you make fun of manga, you've crossed a line. I won't forgive you, Toko.
Where did all this passion come from?
I really like manga.
Jeez.
I mean, reading manga is like my only hobby. I'm proud of the fact that I'm well read in the classics. You don't like it when people make fun of stuff you think is important, right?
Don't mess with me!
Don't you dare talk about novels and your little picture books as if they're on the same level. And you say you're more well-read than others. I bet that means you only read like one a week. I see through you. You're just a self-declared otaku.
The self-declared is the part that was the insult. For a high school girl, one a week is a lot. I have to buy them with my allowance after all, and I'm not just gonna stand around in a bookstore or gas station reading it. They chase you out if you do that for too long anyway.
Plus, she really hasn't had much else to do while she was locked up for the last couple years.
And what's important is the quality, not the quantity. It's about your love of the medium.
You know what I think? I think your mind is trying to protect itself from that garbage.
You know what Toko needs to read as far as manga is concerned? Pluto.
Oh yeah, that'd be right up her alley.
Pluto is really good.
You're subconsciously only allowing yourself to read one a week. 2 would probably kill you.
Pluto is one of those few manga. There are others, and I don't require this to be the case or anything. I quite like manga.
Pluto is exceptionally good.
But Pluto is... I would classify Pluto as literature.
Mm-hmm.
Aww.
Oh, you're so frustrating. No one makes fun of manga. Making fun of me for not reading a lot of them just because I refuse to buy used? It's not even a coherent line of attack.
Yeah, your love of terrible manga is so gross.
That's not it!
They're not terrible.
What's going on?
Fine, but you're still gross.
Ah! They're doing that head juke thing on you again. That gets you every time.
Every time.
As soon as they start the juke, you can't take them out. But if they don't start the juke, you just mow them down.
I didn't miss though.
What the?
My eyes!
This place is a graveyard.
This looks like some kind of demented, self-proclaimed genius's art project.
Well, that would be appropriate considering who we're up against.
I'm trying to read Takunai. Wait. Shini Takunai. It's just really, really hard to read it way back in the background like that. On those buildings, literally every single thing is, I don't want to die.
Well,
and
those are tombstones.
Yeah, that's what they are, is tombstones. It's a graveyard, yeah. And the noose, and the police tape.
Yeah.
Looks like it.
It doesn't just look like it. It's clearly a graveyard.
The blood, notice how it's red? Now that's because it's not real blood.
Right.
But...
And there's the principal's skull.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, that's a good notice.
This whole town is basically a graveyard anyway. At least this place buried the bodies.
That's not the problem. I've had the ability to see ghosts ever since I was a kid.
What?
Oh, really? If you like the occult, I know just the guy you should meet.
No, the occult is bullcrap.
He's even more of an idiot than you. You'd really hit it off. What do you say?
Well, first we have to get out of here.
Well, she keeps hanging out with you. She really is going to meet him, so...
Yeah.
This one says, Kurushi.
It's painful?
I'm suffering. Suffering.
Jeez.
In context, this right here, Tsukareta, seems to be like, good night. A fitting image for the graveyard. There we go.
See, I can do it if I try.
Smooth as silk, greasy as butter, tastes like fried chicken skin.
Now I'm hungry.
Well, this is quite a colorful street. I'm sure some pretty girl designed it.
I do not want to meet the designer.
My eyes, they burn.
They bleed. So something I think is interesting, at first, there were like no save points. Now every 6 steps is another save point.
Well, I'm not gonna argue.
Are you okay? The Monokuma with the summer dress and hat.
Yeah. If my options are okay and not okay, I'm pretty friggin' far from okay. Well, we're not exactly okay either. I don't think a single adult in this town is okay. Maybe, but that don't make me feel any better. Never expected something like this. How could I? Been living here 10 years.
10 years? You're from here? Then do you know why the children are acting like this?
Who knows?
Don't have a friggin' clue. But I know what they done. Those kids. They killed my family and made a diorama with the bodies.
Well, it's no guarantee it was Jotaro. Plenty of the other kids do.
Hey.
Can you imagine it? Seeing your family's bodies nailed to a wall, necks fixed into position with the wire, and knowing you have to just hide and watch them do it. You can't imagine it, can you? That's fine. That's normal. You shouldn't have to imagine something like that your whole damn life.
You see it once and you may never forget it.
So why? Why me? I wish I could be normal again. I wish I hadn't seen it. What did I do? What did I do to deserve this?
Well, on that pleasant note, looking at this torturous landscape, I think we're done for now. And that is mainly because there's a save point right here. So, like, how much more convenient can this get?
And we're all about convenience. For ourselves.